I'm here with Mike and Nathan from Fusion 3 Design. They are sponsors of our Maker Faire. They work for a company out of Greensboro, North Carolina that manufactures amazing 3D printers. From my point of view, what's special about their printers is they're made in North Carolina, designed in North Carolina, but they also have some other amazing features, and I'm going to let them tell you about their company and about their printers. Take it away.
Yeah, so we're Fusion 3 Design. We develop and sell industrial grade 3D printers for everywhere from like our main markets are going to be small to anywhere between medium to large businesses, educational customers. Makerspaces absolutely love these, and one of our kind of you wouldn't think would be one of our big customers is defense contractors. They also really love them. So yeah, they are designed and built completely in Greensboro. We have a shop. It's south on Eugene Street, and we've been in Greensboro since our inception about 4 or 5 years ago.
So tell me what is special about your printers. What's unique about them?
So one of the things that we found kind of sets us apart is we have a much larger build volume than a lot of your typical lower price consumer printers, which usually top out around 10 by 10 by 10 inches on a side. Our printer, you can print about 14 inches by 14 inches by 12 and a half inches tall, which is well within what the largest parts you would really ever want to 3D print on a normal basis. So that's one of the things that helps. But also our custom software and drive stuff.
And one of the things
also a lot faster than a lot of other printers.
Yes. And of course, their new ones are all fully enclosed.
Yes,
which also
yeah.
helps with the quality of the prints.
Mm-hmm. Especially with higher temperature materials like ABS or polycarbonate, for example. I don't think I want to say we are the cheapest printer that will print polycarbonate.
Right, and that brings up a good point because you're more expensive than a lot of printers at schools and makerspaces and others commonly do. But people aren't always looking at total cost of ownership, are they? Exactly.
So one of the things that we're not exactly trying to compete against, MakerBot or your hobbyist grade machine. What we're mostly trying to compete against is the big names in the industry: Stratasys, 3D Systems, not Da Vinci, but like the printers that typically cost $40,000, $60,000, $80,000. So one of our kind of mottos is 90 to 95% capability, 10% of the cost.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And 3D printers, from a school's point of view, teachers want to get involved in 3D printing. They don't always realize everything that's involved in the design of objects, and just clogged nozzles and broken filament and failed prints.
And that's one of the things that we kind of pride ourselves on is so for example, we're one of the only 3D printer companies that actually will warranty a jammed print head. Like if you have a jammed print head, if you're within that 2-year warranty that your printer comes standard with out of the box, call us up. We'll be like, yeah, your print head's jammed. Did you try unjamming it with the instructions we provided? That didn't work? Okay, what's your shipping address? Shipping a new nozzle. Things like that. Keep it running up. You don't have those reoccurring replacement parts costs and stuff like that. And that covers everything on the printer itself.
What do you guys like about working at Fusion 3?
Everything, practically.
Unlimited access to 3D printers is pretty nice perk. Print whatever you want, like whenever you want.
So you personally do a lot of design work and a lot of 3D printing?
Yeah, a little bit, I would say.
Each of us have one at home.
Yeah, that speaks for itself, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool perk. One of the other cool things that's awesome about working at Fusion 3 is so it's a really small company. So you don't really have that kind of like corporate kind of atmosphere or attitude about it. So it's a really small, close-knit company, and everybody knows each other's names. And we're like we're just 10 minutes from downtown Greensboro. So it's not like we have offices all over the place like all the big name guys have. We're just a building in Greensboro. That's it. So it's nice working for kind of like not quite a startup company, but like what was a startup at one point.
Now, Nate, you live here in Burlington by day when you're not Superman 3D printing.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're also involved in the Alamance Makers Guild 3D printing interest group. So tell folks about what that means to you to be involved in an interest group like that.
What do I like about it? I mean, it's just nice to be able to come together with other people from my community and share knowledge and, I don't know, share experiences. We meet every 2 weeks, talk about what we've been printing, what we've been learning. That's just a great way to meet people.
And do you take anything you meet from other people 3D printing and take it back to work and it impacts something you're doing at work?
I would say, yeah, a little bit. Like, for example, Dan Porter is a great resource, and I've learned a lot from him about, I guess, just about more like the technical aspects of 3D printing in general, more about like different materials, how to print them well, stuff like that.
Cool. So if folks want to learn more about Fusion 3 and your amazing products, how do they do that? Where do they need to go?
So our website is www.fusion3design.com. Fusion 3 Design 1D, not Fusion 3D Design, fusion3design.com. Or where else can we get contact? That's basically, or just Google Fusion, like Fusion Reactor and the number 3. Fusion 3, and you'll find us on Google. We're all over the place.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for supporting Maker Faire
Absolutely.
Burlington.
Yeah.
And thank you.
All right, thank you.